Hello, I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Ryan Sheehy and I'm the proud principal of Highlands Elementary School. And I wanted to record another video for parent education to help you, help us, help our children, help our students be successful in school during this distance learning time. And so today we're going to be talking about alternative home strategies. And we're going to talk about a reward system called the token economy. Here at Highlands, we use Hawkbucks. At my own personal house, we use Sheehy Bucks. So it might look a little bit different in each one of our homes, but we're going to go over some different things. So here we go. All right, so token economy. So what is a token economy? A token economy is a system that uses small items to trade in for rewards. So marbles, pennies, bingo chips, similar to money like the Hawkbucks. If you look into classrooms, I see a lot of classrooms that are successful with marbles. Token economies help kids. They visualize progress. They accept work for delayed reinforcement. They learn to self-monitor, learn to regulate behavior. I know here at school we do the Hawk's Nest, which allows kids to turn in their Hawk Bucks for rewards. And one of the things that's in there is you can purchase pizza with the principal, which is always a fun day. And just recently, I had parents reach out to me and show me pictures of their children saving up their Hawk Bucks because they did want to do that, and they were looking at how can they have that positive reinforcement at home as well. And that's why I wanted to share this with all of you. So what are the key components? Identify behavior you would like to increase. Decide what the tokens will be. Figure out items that your kid would like to work for. Decide schedule to deliver tokens. Make a visual. Kids earn tokens and receive rewards, and then you want to be able to fade that system back. The goal is to reinforce the behavior, the intended behavior, and then once you're getting that, you're going to be kind of fading that back. So then ultimately at the end of it, you won't be needed to reward the positive behavior. We really want to make sure that the best token economy is the one that is cooperatively made with parent and child. So you want to be working with your student to make that. So the world economy and token economy. Token economies are similar to the world economy. It can teach money management and fade into a self-management system. Many people feel that token economies are not necessary, and that it upholds extrinsic motivation rather than focusing on intrinsic motivation. We're relating this to real life situations. All of us have some intrinsic motivation that keeps us going and showing up for work. Without it, we would not go. We must fade these things though eventually to make it more natural level of reinforcement. We should only focus on the things a kid needs to work on, and it is to build skills. So think about that. Think about yourself. Think about how your behavior has been motivated by our outcomes. And the initial outcome of we come to work each day because we're earning money and moving forward like that. And so think about that. Think about how that might motivate your child. You want to identify the behavior. So you need to choose a behavior that you want to increase. You want to be specific about it. You want to choose a behavior that can replace a challenging one. Asking permission rather than leaving unannounced. I mean, that's just one example. Only use for 1 or 3 behaviors at most at a time. That is the key. We want, if you need any support on replacement behaviors, please feel free to reach out. We can have Allison Sharp, or our school psychologist, or Jonathan Brescia, our school counselor, help in looking at replacement behaviors. So what type of tokens to use? There's so many different types that we could look at: marbles, pennies, chips, beads, beans, small paper squares, pictures, plastic jewels. Choose one that's easy to use, that you already have, and excites your student. For older kids, best to use a token that resembles money. That's more age appropriate, and that's why we use Hawkbucks here at school, because it represents a monetary symbol. One thing to think of is if a reward is a Lego set, then the token can be the next piece in the assembly, or if it's art supplies, the token be part of the art supplies. And that way, when they're done, they receive the entirety of the reward. So that's just another example of what to do with that. What to use as reward? Have a conversation with your student. Ask, what would you like to earn? Give suggestions and guidelines. Do not allow kids to have free range of options. We really focus on the rewards. Do not need to cost anything. It could already be within the routine, and now the student just needs to earn it. This helps with recognizing the toys and screen time is not a right but a privilege, and we need to work towards those things. Most make them understand the worth of their toys and the items they have within their home. This does not need to cost you a ton of money. You do not need to run out and get a whole bunch of different rewards to make this successful. Key components to delivering tokens and earning rewards. Immediately after a student does the target behavior, consistent. Consistency is key. Never when kid engages in challenging behavior. So you need to make sure that you steadfast in that, but then as soon as you see a positive behavior, you're going to reward that. What schedule to use to deliver tokens? You need to choose how often to give tokens. At first, you want to give tokens very, very frequently. Almost every time or every 3 times kids engage in desired behavior. You want to make sure that your student will be able to earn the rewards. You don't want them to be unattainable. Then fade the frequency by increasing the number of times required or giving them tokens based on time passed. How long does it take someone to earn something new? Reinforcement systems are important. Repetition is key to learning new skills. For a youth to learn something new, it needs to be repeated on average based on the number of times, the number of 8 times. Adults average 25 times. For a youth to learn an old behavior and replace with a new behavior, the new behavior must be repeated on average of, that's right, 28 times. And that comes from Dr. Harry Wong, and he does a lot of work within our schools. So how to make a visual. Why is visual representation important? Kids can see how much they have earned. Kids can see how much more they need until reward. Many options available: jar, table, calendar, cup, token board. And then how to fade. Fading is important so your kid becomes more independent and are able to move to more natural intrinsic motivation. When your kids begin to engage in target behavior consistently for 1 week, begin to fade. Fade slowly, adding more number of instances or time in between tokens. If your student stops or decreases frequency, then go back to the previous schedule. Once you get a token per activity, 2 to 3 hours, start doing daily, then weekly. I hope this has helped with providing you a reward system for your household. And remember, we're in this together. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, because together we are better and we can make it through this.